Welcome to the Furious Stiles Podcast. The next one for me is we on the number 5.
Number 5, yeah.
And man, this brother right here, I'm excited to talk about the brother. He just seems so cool, so humble. He's associated with one of the biggest rappers in the game, highest selling rapper in the game, Eminem. That's one of his brothers, one of his boys. He was in a group with him in D12. This brother also has he's produced for the likes of Young Buck. He's produced for just the G Unit collective, and just all kind of people out there, and also produced for himself. When he raps, he produces his own stuff, and I follow this brother on Instagram. And he's always just doing dope stuff. Like he got a song up right now on YouTube where he's singing and he sounds good. He actually has sung some hooks for people sometimes. So he got a cool voice. Shout out to Mr. Porter, y'all.
All right.
Some people might know him as Denon or Denon Porter or Mr. Porter or Conniva. I always used to get Conniva and con artists confused. You know what I mean? Because it's their names sounded so familiar, and they would always rap together.
Yeah.
Because with D12, it was usually, I want to say it was usually like Eminem and Bizarre, and then Conniva and con artists would rap together all the time, and then Proof and Swifty McVeigh would rap together. They used to be like duos in the tracks, and those guys used to rap together a lot. But yeah, Conniva and con artists, I get them confused. But yeah, people might know him by that name as well. Let me see. Right now, let's see what is a joint that I'm, like I said, I like the joint that he got right now called "I'm Leaving," where he's singing. It's an entire song of him singing. It's kind of a short song. It's like less than 2 minutes, and it's on his YouTube. And I really love that beat, and I love how he sounds when they're singing. And I love the joint that he did a joint for Young Buck on that first Young Buck album. And he's just got a lot of dope beats out there, man. Also, this brother right here is also another one that you need to check for on the Mass Appeal Rhythm Roulette. He's got a really dope Rhythm Roulette. I don't know if you've seen it.
No,
but yeah, Mr. Porter, y'all, he's become one of my favorites.
I'm gonna check it out tonight.
Yeah,
Mass
yeah.
Appeal.
Oh yeah. Check his out. You saw Ninth Wonders, right?
I don't know.
You don't know if you've seen it?
I think I've seen Ninth Wonders. I'm not sure though.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I'll check it out again tonight.
Yeah, check that out. Yeah. You definitely need to check that out. You definitely need to check out the Mr. Porter one. But yeah, Mr. Porter, y'all. This is a favorite of mine, man, and I expect to keep seeing some big things from him. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he would be the guy you were thinking that somebody else might have produced some stuff for D12, and then you find out that it was Mr. Porter that made the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh man, he made that. You know what I'm saying? So Mr. Porter goes down is my number 5, y'all. So Mr. Porter, shout out to him.
All right, now my number 5 is a tie. So we're looking at on my list is Kanye West and Jay Dilla.
That's for Kanye. That's for Mr. Dilla. Rest in peace.
Yeah. And Kanye's a multi-talented producer for others. Produced himself. He's a shoe icon. He's produced songs like Izzo and You Don't Know My Name and Stand Up by Ludacris, All Falls Down, Jesus Walks, Talk About Our Love from Brandy, I Changed My Mind, Keisha Cole, Stronger,
Yes,
Heard Him Say. He's trying to be a positive force for God right now, which is good.
I can dig it.
And then Jay Dilla, produced for Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Slum Village, he produced for Common, and Joey Bad, and Raekwon. So he's not alive, but he's got tons of tracks that he's done that the rappers want to fold.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, you know what? You know what's so crazy about it? The fact that you just laid all that out like that.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know how much? For those who are watching this or listening to this, do y'all know how much dopeness that is? Because I know a lot of times, I know Kanye, he's had his issues in the media and all that type of stuff. But let's just talk music, y'all. Let's just talk about beats. Let's talk about hot music. This dude did y'all just hear everything he just said? And these are not just like, oh, that's a good track. These are like dope tracks.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Kanye has made a lot of dope music.
Yeah.
Don't let any of his antics in the media get y'all confused.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what anybody's going through. Like, I pray for them and I hope that they get through it. But there's just certain people. I was watching an interview earlier today about AB, Antonio Brown.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't want to shift away from music too much, y'all. But he was being pretty regular on there. And that's a living legend when you talk about receivers.
Right.
Regardless of everything that's going on in the media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully he didn't do anything to that woman.
Right.
Who's got whatever case against him.
Yeah. So, and I really hope that's not a thing. Because we don't know right now. But I'm going to tell you something. Rewinding, going back to Kanye West, he has nothing that bad on his name.
Right.
He just has the political stuff and, and just maybe some of the, maybe he's not as humble as people would like for him to be and things like that. So, he just kind of has a likability thing that people are having, have their issues with. But when you talk about just music, let's just talk just Kanye West music and beats. You're talking about some of the illest stuff you're talking about some of the illest contributions to hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that you just named is just off the meter for me.
All good, yeah. It's all good stuff.
Stuff
I might buy, had bought it, had bought it, and the stuff I like.
Yeah, man.
Stuff that a lot of people like.
Yeah, for real. I mean, yeah. That's a really strong number. What's that? That was number 5, right?
5, yeah.
Yeah, that's a real strong one there, y'all. And for sure, we're doing top 10, but for sure Kanye West is in my top 25. So
right.
If we were to do it, so he would be honorable mention. If we were to do a top 25, he's definitely in there.
Right.
So very strong 5. And then the first one was you did Kanye and then
Jay Dilla.
Yeah, and then Dilla. So that's a really. Did you have any more to say about Dilla?
No, just like I said, he produced Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, Slum Village, countless instrumental albums like the Donuts album.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff that's just good tracks that people want to get on.
Yeah.
They really, he's like a rap god.
Yeah.
If you want to call somebody a rap god, Jay Dilla is one to call that. So.
Yeah, especially on the producer side. So when you talk about gods in hip hop, you got to talk about the gods on the production side.
Yeah,
and Dilla is definitely that. And the brothers from Detroit. I don't know. Detroit there's something really special about Detroit. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the D up there, man. It's something really special about that city because they just got this sound. It's just something grimy about that city and about the state, and just Detroit is just a very interesting place to me. You know what I mean? I mean, it's because
shout out to Flint, Michigan too.
Yeah,
folks going through tough things there.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I just think when you look at like the factories and all that closed down up there, and then like you said, the water with the Flint, you're just talking about just a group of people that are just resilient. They're just tough, and there's something about when you go through pain and when you go through struggle, it just influences you as a creator, and so that's why I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised, or maybe I'm not surprised that Detroit is so dope. Because we talked about Royce the 5'9" earlier and the track that he got that's so dope. He's producing now, so we might be talking about him one day being a top producer.
Exactly.
Jay Dilla, Black Milk.
Yeah, Black Milk, man. What's that track I love so much? It was on the Dirty District album.
Yeah. I remember that album.
I forget what it's called. But it's dope.
But yeah, check for Black Milk on Dirty District though, y'all. Like, yeah, I remember that was a dope project. Just a lot of dopeness up there, man. You know what I mean? Of course, Eminem is from up there. You've got the D12. I don't know, just a lot of dopeness up there.
Royce is from there. Yeah,
Royce, Slum Village. The other brothers from Slum Village is from up there.
Yeah.
Isn't LZ from Detroit? Yeah, LZ Elzine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elzine is from Detroit, man. Detroit is ill, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shout out to the D-Town, man. The next thing that I've got number 4. Man, I don't even know where to begin with this, brother. I don't know where to begin, and I don't know where to end. There's so much illness, dopeness, sickness, everything is that comes from this producer. I ain't even let me just say his name, then I'm finna get into it. Premier.
Oh man.
DJ Premier, y'all.
Primo.
And I wasn't stuttering, y'all. And hey, that's his that's his little tag, or it has been. You know what I mean? So so I definitely don't want anybody thinking that I'm making fun of people who stutter. That's actually his tag. Premier, whatever. So yeah, man, DJ Premier. The last time that we talked about the top 25 rappers, I talked about Guru. Right. And of course, you can't talk about Guru without talking about DJ Premier.
Gangstar, yeah.
Gangstar
Foundation.
Yeah. But when you put Guru and DJ Premier together, that's Gangstar, y'all. So this is the other half. This is the production half of Gangstar.
Right.
And yeah, man, really, really proud of this brother, man. Just everything that he's accomplished. Very unique circumstances with him because everybody, including myself, we thought that he was originally from Brooklyn. And he has this ill East Coast. He is the epitome of East Coast hip hop, boom bap hip hop. And as it turns out, the brother's from Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's from Texas, yeah.
Yeah, it turns out he's from Texas, y'all. Country, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So don't say that the South ain't got that boom bap hip hop too. I'm from the South. I'm from the M. I got that hip hop.
Yep.
A lot of dudes down here, man. Like I said, Outkast got that. Goody Mob had that. And a lot of other dudes from down here. So, and of course, Organized Noise, like I said earlier, they got some of them real hip hop sounds coming out of there as well. So, but yeah, man, this brother here, Gangstar, the Gangstar Foundation, everything that he did for J. Rue the Damager, for Suge, Big Suge. Oh my goodness. A lot of the illest stuff that I've ever loved in hip hop came from Group Home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Superstar. That's one of my favorite tracks ever. You know what I'm saying, in hip hop. And that's by Group Home. And that's because Premier showed his tail on that track.
Oh yeah.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited when I talk about this brother because he just gives off such good energy too. I'm always checking for him. I'm always watching him on Instagram, and he just be on there. He don't be on there wilding on nobody. He just loves music and he loves expressing his love for hip hop. And I actually met the brother.
Yeah, met him in person. Yeah.
Did you get a chance to meet him too? Because you were with me.
I don't think I met him. Because
yeah, we were like running around and
yeah. Doing different things back in our earlier days.
Yeah, it was a producer summit, producer conference that we were at, y'all. It was out in Arizona, and I got a chance to meet Premier, and he was real cool. You know what I mean? Just it's cool when you meet your heroes and they end up being cool.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Sometimes you don't want to meet your heroes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If I had met Sean Price, would he have tried to smack me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's my dude, man. I'm just going to keep it at that, you know. Because he definitely would tell folks to shut the F up, you know what I mean? Sean Price. Shout out to Sean Price. Rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
DJ Premier, man. Y'all need to just check all the Gangstar albums and the Gangstar Foundation. I'm really excited for everybody who's listening to this. That might not know about Group Home.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of people that are getting into hip hop now and they don't really know about this history that we're speaking on. But yeah,
do your research, go and check them out.
Man, check them out, man. Superstar. Leave it up to me, will I be living proof? Kick the truth to the young black youth. Where they took that Inspector Deck sample. That was that was the name of the album. Actually, it was called Living Proof. And then they had another song that was so dope. Called Suspended in Time. I get so excited when I think about the stuff that Premier has given to hip hop, man.
Then that one track, he had like whatever that track was on the Gangster album where he had Malachi the Nutcracker.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Dun.
Yeah.
Dun.
Man, it was like 3 different beats.
3 different beats. Yeah,
3 different beats, y'all, and just that was on the Gangstar Hard to Earn album. Yeah, Gangstar has an album out right now. Let me make sure I got the name of it right too. It's called Why do I feel like this is this correct? Oh yeah, they got the single with J. Cole called Family and Loyalty.
Right.
But the album is called One of the Best Yet.
Yeah. I
actually saw Primo with some Gangstar merchandise on. I think I'm gonna have to get me something from them. Get me a hat or something because he had a dope hat on that said One of the Best Yet on it.
Yeah, I want that shirt, the Gangstar shirt, with the chain. I'm gonna get that myself.
Yeah, with the emblem on there. So yeah, shout out to DJ Premier, y'all. I got him at number 4. And like y'all just need to check for everything Gangstar Foundation, J. Rue the Damager, Big Shug, and Group Home, and
Lil Dap.
Yeah, but yeah, it's Malachi the Nutcracker and Lil Dap is Group Home. So yeah, y'all. DJ Premier. Oh, and don't forget everything that he's been doing with Royce. Somehow or another, things you keep going right back to Royce. Like Royce is like in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
So Prime 1, Prime 2.
Yeah.
And that's DJ Premier and Royce 5'9" together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Collabing. So so many hits, man.
Yeah.
So shout out to Premier. Another bomb drop for him.
Now, my number 4 is a tie again. You know, a lot of my stuff is gonna be ties from here on out.
Yours is like a top 20.
Yeah, if you doubled them, you probably would get 20 groups or whatever. But these are the top 10. I'm saying anyway.
Right.
But anyway, this is my number 4. All the producers from Onyx is Shut Them Down.
Oh man, I'm giving that bomb drop just for Onyx.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we ain't even got to the production, but just Onyx.
Yeah.
And so production wise,
Keith Horn.
Yes, sir.
Self Services. DJ Scratch.
Yes, sir.
Even Fredro gets a shout out, not for Shut 'Em Down, but for the All We Got Is Us album, Most Def, the song.
Ooh.
So yeah, I mean, it's classic upon classic on that album.
Yeah, man.
Shut 'Em Down by Onyx. And you got they're gonna be tied with Pete Rock.
Ooh.
So with PR, you got the CL Smooth albums that he did. The Nas, The World Is Yours track, Public Enemy, Shut 'Em Down remix.
Yeah. Don't
Curse by Heavy D, Peach Instrumentals albums. Don't Smoke Rock, Smoke Dizza album. Retropolitan.
I like that name too.
Yeah. Retropolitan with Skyzoo. He even did the in You by Common Sense, that track from old.
He sure did. He sure did.
So
I think I just found that out because I listened to that track recently on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it said something about Pete Rock producing it or whatever.
Yeah.
He sure did. That was a dope track, man.
Yeah, he's classic, man. Number 4 on my list. Benny the Butcher, Smoke Dizza, Statue of Limitations. He produced that whole thing. So PR, baby.
Oh yeah, Pete Rock, man. Another one for him. Another one. So that was our number 4. So we're getting up to our top 3, and this brother right here, we've already talked about him. I had a feeling because my bro and I over here, we got a lot of the same taste when it comes to hip hop and when it comes to beats.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised that we've got some similar guys on our list, and but we definitely got some different stuff. But we mentioned this brother earlier. Rest in peace to this brother. Rest in power. Jay Dilla, y'all.
Jay Dilla.
Yeah, Dilla's in my top 3. Like you said, Donuts, all of his instrumental albums. Fun fact, Jay Dilla actually did his first instrumental album that he put out. It was, let me see. Let me see if I can remember the name of that album. And I might not need to just say the name, but Jay Dilla's first instrumental album, and I'm going to look it up because I want y'all to find this album. I want to say, let's see. Okay, he got He's got the Shining instrumentals, the Diary instrumentals. But there is I got a fun fact for y'all. If it's on here, on this list that I got here. There goes the Donuts album, Detroit. Yeah, I don't think it's on this list. But Welcome to Detroit. Let me see. This might be the one. Yeah, Welcome to Detroit instrumental album. Okay, featuring Fat Cat. Yeah, this is the one. All right, so when this album dropped, I had the CD, and on the inside of the CD, on the insert of the CD, Jay Dilla was talking about what inspired him to make a particular beat that was on the album. So like if you went to track number 1 or 2, it would have like a little caption under there on how he got into making that beat. One of the beats, he actually said in that little caption, he said, yeah, this is what I did, that's what I did, and he's like, by the way, he was like, I was finding all kind of different instruments on different albums, different samples and stuff like that, and he said, hey, as a matter of fact, this cool snare on this album, he said this cool snare in my instrumental right here that you're listening to, he's like use it, he's like steal it, you know what I'm saying, see what you can do with it. And that's exactly what I did. You know what I'm saying? And look at me putting up them bad sounds. But I was trying to find the sound with the people laughing. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. There it is. Yeah. So I'm gonna get it together, y'all. Like I'm all over the place with my sounds right now. But I actually took that snare that Dilla told us to take, and I actually made a track called "Playing the Field." And
wow.
Like
classic track, y'all. Check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
"Playing the Field" by Furious Stiles
on the Anger Management Class EP.
Yeah.
So when y'all hear a song by me called "Playing the Field," and like I said, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's everywhere. Y'all can just Google it. It's on the Anger Management Class EP, and that snare that I'm using on there was a snare that Jay Dilla had on his first instrumental album that he said that we should steal and see what we can do with it. So I actually
didn't even know. That's a fun fact for me.
Yeah.
I love that track so much.
Yeah, I don't think I ever told you that. Yeah,
no,
that came from that's a snare that I stole from Jay Dilla.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he said to steal it, so I did it. So, but yeah, Jay Dilla is people say things like there are sayings out there about Jay Dilla where people say stuff like, Jay Dilla changed my life. You know what I mean? Because he inspired so many producers out here, so many people to want to produce, and he also inspired people to really dig in their bag and really do some different things with samples instead of just taking a little 2-bar loop or a 4-bar loop and just playing it over and over and over again. Dilla used to take that MPC 2000 XL and make that thing talk and walk.
Oh, yeah.
He would chop up those samples, and they would just be. He just turned the samples into just something magical, and that's
years later after he died, people are still getting his productions and stuff. Still getting his productions.
Yeah, because he was so prolific.
Yeah,
he did so much. Like we said earlier, Tribe, Slum Village, Wu-Tang, Ghostface Killer. One of my favorite tracks that he did for Ghostface.
De La Soul, Stakes is High.
Yeah, De La Soul. He was on that Stakes is High album. And it just goes on for years, y'all.
Common, Joy Bad, Raekwon, he's all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, man. Dilla. I would say that Dilla changed my life. Because I think he was just very inspirational on, people just wanting to push the envelope and really do something ill with these samples. And sometimes the beats that Jay Dilla made really didn't have a lot of sampling in them. Sometimes Jay Dilla was doing original music, and that stuff was dope. And a lot of times I remember when he would do stuff that wasn't sample heavy, it would still have it would still be very soulful. You know what I mean? So Jay Dilla, y'all. That's definitely my number 3. He had to go in my top 3, y'all. Jay Dilla, another bomb drop for that brother.
Number 3, right?
Yeah, that was number 3. So what you got?
My number 3 is I got Dr. Dre.
Oh,
Produced for Snoop Dogg. Produced himself The Chronic.
yeah.
Chronic 2001. NWA's albums.
Yeah.
Even the Firm album.
Oh, yeah.
Shout outs to Daz and Mailman, though, for the association with him.
Yeah.
And them doing some, ghosting some tracks themselves. But just Dr. Dre,
Yeah. Yeah, Dre, y'all. Man, like you said, Chronic. Was it 2000?
2001. NWA stuff.
Yeah, NWA. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg, yep.
Eminem. I don't know if it ever ends when
Yeah.
you talk about what Dr. Dre has accomplished.
Busta Rhymes, all sorts of stuff he's produced for.
Yeah, the DOC.
Yep.
It just goes on. It just goes on and on and on and on.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Mary J. Blige. Man, I'm trying to think. Yeah. We could
His
talk about
own albums,
Yeah, all his own albums, like because we talked about the Chronic and stuff like that, but there's even more than that. And hey, Raz Kass,
The Game, yeah, The Game.
yeah, the Game, 50, G Unit. Hey, I remember he had a dope joint that he did that I remember for D12. You know what I mean? So because he did for Eminem, so you got D12 as well, the stuff that he produced for them, and. So yeah, Dr. Dre is, and we're not talking about the one Dr. Dre and Ed Lover.
Yeah.
They used to confuse the crap out of people back in the day. We're talking about the Dr. Dre, the guy who did the production, not the personality.
Andre Young, to be more exact, yeah.
Oh yeah, whose brother is Warren G.
Warren G. Yeah.
And all that type of stuff. So shout out to those brothers, man. The West Coast, that G-Funk era, and Dr. Dre was definitely very instrumental, in all that.
Yeah.
So we getting on up there, y'all. This is
Final 2.
Yeah. This all right. So I really got to introduce this brother right here because one of the things that I realized about me is I realized that I know there's no ifs, ands, or buts about if I like something, and sometimes I'll look up and I'll notice a trend and I'll be like, you know what? If I like this and I like that and I like that and I look up and it's the same person, then I must like that producer.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of classical music as well. One of the things that I noticed about classical music, I looked up and I kept noticing that the compositions that I love so much with classical music, it always ended up being Tchaikovsky. The guy from Russia, the composer from Russia. So I was like, obviously, that's my favorite composer because every time I like something classical, it's always him. Mm-hmm. So fast forward or moving over to another lane with the hip hop, it's the same thing. I looked up and I realized that I like this beat, I like that beat. Oh, this was on the Massacre album by 50 Cent, the Rider music. This was on Lloyd Banks. Oh, this was for The Game, Old English by The Game. I like that. Oh, okay. G Unit over here. I like this beat for G Unit. You know what I mean? On that G Unit album with Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, and 50. And I'm like, yeah, I like that track. Every time that I look up and I realize that I'm liking stuff, The Blast by Talib Kweli and all that or whatever, like, man. And then the next thing I realize is I'm DJ High Tech's one of his biggest fans.
Yep. So honorable mention on my list. I forgot about it.
Yeah, DJ High Tech, man. The brother, just always been a cool, humble brother. That's all the way he's always come across. And like I said, I mentioned all that stuff that I mentioned because he's done so much ill stuff. I just whenever there's an album and there's an album with multiple producers, a lot of my favorite tracks on those albums with multiple producers, like I said, whether it was something for 50 Cent or whoever, or Game, a lot of times my top tracks, it was always produced by him. So I was like, I must be a really big fan of DJ High Tech. DJ High Tech, for me, he could have easily probably been, maybe been number one. So actually, my number one, it's kind of like it could have been one or two, but I think I got a really good number one. So yeah, I'm just gonna give DJ High Tech a very strong number 2, and I want y'all to look at some credits, look at some Wikipedia pages, look at some discographies, and on the Game and 50 Cent and all these other guys. And I want you to listen to those tracks that have DJ High Tech produced by him. Or I want some of y'all who have already heard these tracks by these brothers, I want you all to look up and see who produced them. And I guarantee y'all there's a bunch of tracks that y'all like by these dudes that I just mentioned that were produced by DJ High Tech. And one of my favorite tracks ever by 50 Cent is Rider Music. And I mean, you know how dope that joint is.
You know, I can't even remember that.
That's the one. That's the one with the Marvin Gaye sample on it. Oh,
yeah. Oh man, that's dope. Yeah, that's a 50 Cent track.
That's on the Masker album.
Okay, I might have to go back and get that.
Produced by DJ High Tech. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the old English da 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 by the Game. DJ High Tech. So it's just so many hits. This dude, even got some dope stuff with the group.
I think he even did Running, didn't he? Did he do Running? Who did Running?
I'm trying to remember.
I think he did Running.
Did he do Running? He might have. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that one.
I think he did Running though. He's good.
Yeah, by Farside?
No. Running. The Game, Running.
Oh, yeah. Because I was thinking the Farside because of their Running.
Right.
But I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah, this is a really, really dope brother, y'all. Y'all need to check for this dude. His own albums, his own instrumental albums. High Technology, the High Technology series. Some of the dopest tracks that you ever heard is on his own albums. He can rap. He can rap a little bit. He'll spit every blue moon. Literally every blue moon. He don't be rapping that much, but yeah, DJ High Tech, y'all. That's he is one of my favorite producers ever. He's gonna go down on this list as my number 2. So another bomb drop for that brother. We're getting on up there, y'all.
Yeah, almost done. My number 2 we already mentioned is DJ Premier.
Oh. Another bomb drop for the brother Premier.
Gangstar stuff, Nas stuff, Foundation Family Extended, Lil Dap, J. Rule Damager tracks, Big Suge tracks. He's even produced some pop stuff for Christina Aguilera. Premier, just, he's got talent, unbelievable talent.
Yeah, he definitely does, man. Like I said, how excited I was when I was talking about him. So, I put it all out there, y'all. Y'all just need to go YouTube and Google this stuff and bump it on YouTube and, on your Apple Music and your Google Play and all that.
May change your life listening to it.
Yeah, man.
May make your life better.
Yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. Let's see. Now, this is going to be that episode where I was really, trying to get these sounds and stuff together. Let me make sure that I find what I'm looking for because I want to make the perfect introduction for my number 1. Oh, let's see here. All right, let's see here. There it is. Hey, yo. We getting to that number 1, y'all. That's always fun.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait till you start doing that on a regular or whatever. Just doing beats on the fly.
Yeah.
Got some creative ideas going, people.
Yeah, man. Hey, we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna have to come up with some stuff because like I said, I got a Patreon page, and I got some special little gifts that I'm gonna put on there for people who show support to the show. So we might meet up in here and doing some stuff like that with some beats or whatever. Just showing some behind the scenes or some beats or because I'm definitely
it's not Patron, it's Patreon.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like Patron. Yeah, it does look like Patron, but it has an E in the middle. So, but yeah, y'all, so definitely, if y'all are interested in some stuff that you're not gonna see on YouTube, or you might not hear, on Apple Podcast, Google Play, what else we on? Stitcher, and of course we're gonna be on furiousstiles.com/podcast. That'll take you straight to the podcast, and Let's see. We're working on iHeartRadio. By the way, I don't know if I told you about that. We're working on that. That's coming.
Oh, yeah, told me about that.
Yeah, that's coming. That's coming. So, let's see. I don't know why I can't think of the other thing that we're on, but yeah. Anyway, just so check for us. So anyway, we are gonna get into this number one, and this is my number one favorite hip hop producer of all time, and it was kind of an easy one for me. You know who it is as soon as I say this name, CL Smooth.
Ah.
Let's see, Mecca and Soul Brother.
Yep.
Just everything that he's done recently for Griselda.
Yep.
Every single time that I hear a track that I love, and I told this brother this on Twitter, and I hope he gets a chance to hear this stuff because I love positive energy. You know what I mean? Everything is not always going to be positive, but I love positive energy. And I get so excited. Like, I'm getting goosebumps when I'm thinking about this brother. Like, he just is such an inspiration for me and me as a producer. DJ High Tech was that, and is that. And this brother here is that. And that brother goes by the name of Pete Rock, y'all.
P-Ara.
P-Ara. And not Puerto Rico, even though I love me some Puerto Rico. Shout out to Puerto Rico. That's one of my favorite places. And saying prayers for y'all. So we need to, Lord, we need you to stop dropping earthquakes and stuff on my beloved Puerto Rico now. But we're not talking about Puerto Rico. We're talking about Pete Rock, the other PR.
Right.
Like I said, this brother has he's a staple in hip hop, and he just stays relevant. And this is Jamaican brother. You don't want to mess with this dude. Like,
yeah, I've seen countless people trying to tangle with him. They can't hang.
They can't hang with him. Like,
don't mess with PR.
Yeah, don't mess with PR, man. Like, do not get on the internet clowning, because he gonna come back with some. He gonna come back with bars. Put it to you like that. Even though we know him as production, he gonna come back with bars. So do not get on the internet trying to clown on Pete Rock about this hip hop, because he's so passionate about it. He loves it so much, just like we do. And so I feel his passion on it. You know what I mean?
Still heavy in the game too. Still doing stuff.
Still doing stuff. Like I said, recently doing stuff for Griselda. He did something on that Conway album that I like so much. That one track. I want to say it's Everybody Is Food Part 2.
Yeah.
He got a track on there that I really love. One of my favorite tracks by Griselda.
Oh, okay.
And Pete Rock, y'all, this brother, man, a lot of times, there have been a lot of discussions that I have seen out there where people are trying to figure out who's the best. Pete Rock, DJ Premier. Pete Rock, DJ Premier. I don't know if you've ever seen some of those.
I had.
But I've seen some. I'm like friends. I'm Facebook friends with certain people, like with a bunch of hip hop heads, and we've even had that discussion. And I had to get in there, and I said, "Man, I love Premier, but by a couple of nose hairs, man, I put Pete Rock as being the guy between those two.
Yeah.
As much as I love Pete Rock, as much as I love Premier, and y'all know I love Premier. So I'm trying to think. I just would. This is what I would tell people for Pete Rock, because he's done so much. I would tell people to grab your iPad, grab your phone, or whatever, your tablet, get on Apple Music, get on Google Play, get on all that, and just literally type in Pete Rock. And Pete Rock actually had an instrumental album. I think it came out on that same label that Jay Dilla album came out on. That first Welcome to Detroit instrumental album by Jay Dilla. Pete Rock had a album called Pete Instrumentals.
Yeah, I mentioned it in my number 4.
Yeah, and
Instrumentals.
He's done a part 2, and he's got a series with that. And somehow or another, I find myself listening to Pete Rock's instrumentals in the car and just kind of like freestyling to him. I always kind of find myself listening to his stuff. So y'all need to check for Pete Instrumentals, and he has arguably some of the best beats that we've ever heard in hip hop. Like I said, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, and it just goes from there. You know what I mean? Actually, like I told y'all, I'm finna do exactly what I just said. Boom, open up the Apple Music. Boom, type in Pete Rock. Hit the search button. Boom, and you've got the Soul Survivor album by Pete Rock.
Oh yeah,
man,
one of my most favorite tracks ever. Just the Strange Fruit.
Oh man, that was just a great album.
Yeah, it's a great album.
You know what I mean? The Soul Survivor, but Strange Fruit. You know what I'm saying?
I got the CD of that. I may have to listen to that tonight.
Yeah, seriously. I definitely, like, when we get done with this podcast, like, I've definitely I got some laundry that I got to do, and I'm gonna have on my Beats, my Power Beats Pros on my ears, and I think I'm gonna be listening to that album. I used to listen to that Soul Survivor album all the time.
Yeah,
it was just in heavy rotation.
Got Big Pun on there. Everything you want to just trip the light.
Corrupt.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, Corrupt is on there.
Yeah,
Inspector Deck. That man.
I'm a raw dog, hard dog, DPG.
Yeah, Corrupt was on that illin'. Man, y'all got to check for that Soul Survivor album. One of the biggest songs that hip hop has ever heard is a song called Troy, which stands for When They Reminisce Over You.
Right.
And this is revered as like a very, very top tier hip hop track. And this was produced by Pete Rock. This was actually the track that introduced him and CL Smooth to the game.
Right.
That was like their first big thing that introduced him to the game, to introduce them to the game. So, like I told y'all, just go in there and type that in, and boom, and just so much comes up. Like I said, Peach Instrumentals. I mentioned that Peach Instrumentals 2. I've been missing. I listen to Peach Instrumentals 2 a lot. I don't know, somehow or another that always ends up popping up. And him and Pete Rock and him and CL Smooth, their first album was Mecca and Soul Brother, and then they came up with The Main Ingredient, and and like my bro over here mentioned earlier, Pete Rock got an album with Smoke DZA.
Yeah,
it's called Don't Smoke Rock.
Right.
You know what I mean? So Pete Rock actually did a whole album with Smith and Wesson. Called Monumental.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought it was called. Yeah.
Yeah, called Monumental. So he actually ended up doing a Soul Survivor 2 as well. So
Metropolitan with Skyzoo. That's out right now.
Yeah.
That whole album with Skyzoo.
Yeah. Yeah, man. This brother here, man, is he needs to be celebrated. Give these brothers their roses while they're here. If you, and like I said, it comes across as being a real cool brother, and he just don't play that when folks be trying to like clown hip hop. Like I feel him. I'm always supportive of Pete Rock, and like I said, you know what I'm saying, Jamaican brothers, Jamaicans don't play that. But man, this brother here, he is a staple in hip hop, and I'm proud to say that he's my number one. Pete Rock, y'all.
Going overboard with these effects.
Hey, but I'm meaning to do that. Earlier, I'm like, where's that sound at? You know what I'm saying? So I David Banner, shout out to you again. I feel your pain, bro. Like that guy he will go through his whole machine before he finds the one sound he's looking for. Yeah. And I be laughing about it. Now here I am up here doing the same thing. Yeah. But right then, all those sounds, that was all on purpose because I'm excited to for people to know that Pete Rock is my favorite producer of all time.
Okay, well, my number one is, and I don't know if I heard this on your list, but maybe I did and I just forgot about it.
And who's that?
Wu-Tang Producers.
How many bombs we got to drop for that? I mean,
I don't even remember. Did you have any Wu-Tang?
Nah, I didn't. But Wu-Tang is, that's top 25. It's so many of them in my honorable mention top 25. So yeah, trust me. That's
I just got the collective at my number one.
Yeah. We're gonna hit that again, y'all. Hit that bomb again. Like, all right, hey, pay attention to this. Get your spiel. It's so much you got to say. I don't know if I think we're gonna be here another 30 minutes.
I know you got RZA, Mathematics, right? And you got Silver Rings. You got Bronze Nazareth.
Oh man, Bronze Nazareth. He has a track right now with I don't want to stop you. You had to excuse me. I'm gonna let you finish.
No, that's cool.
You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye West, like he's like, yeah, that's cool, and I'm gonna let you finish. But right now, Bronze Nazareth has a track with a brother. I want to say the brother's name is like Waco or something like that. But it's Crooked Eye is on there, and man, it got a video for it. So just look up Bronze Nazareth and Crooked Eye on YouTube, and they got a video. It's so dope. So yeah, check for that.
But yeah, we got they produce on Raekwon stuff, Ghostface's stuff, Old Dirty stuff, Wu-Tang affiliates. You know, it's just on and on. I mean, hip hop really begins and ends with Wu-Tang.
Yes, sir.
You gotta, if you want to know about hip hop, you just listen to those brothers. And I'm telling you, they on tour. I think right now, Gods of Rap. I mean, they came through M-Town. We saw them in M-Town.
Oh man, yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. So it was just good. They just give you good vibes and make your spirit feel better. And they're just legends in the game, man.
Oh yeah. And if you don't mind, I gotta say a few names out of that because they call them the Wu Elements.
Right.
Ayatollah.
Yeah.
Did
he produce Crazy? He produced Crazy by Sean Price.
Yeah. Whoa. Yes, Ayatollah produced Crazy by Sean Price. That's a track that a lot of y'all might haven't heard because I want to say that Sean Price didn't get to use it on an album because they couldn't get the sample cleared.
Yeah, couldn't get it cleared, yeah.
Yeah, so, but yeah, y'all, look up Sean Price, my favorite rapper of all time, and look up a song by him called Crazy. That was produced by Ayatollah because I don't think I heard you say Ayatollah.
No, I didn't say him.
Yeah,
no,
so, yeah.
Honorable mention, yeah.
Yeah, there's an honorable mention. Yeah, because you did say a whole bunch of other guys, but I wanted to throw Ayatollah in there too.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, of course you said RZA and all that. But, yeah, man. Hey, the Wu Elements. Did you say, what's another guy? I want to say, Mathematics?
Yeah, Mathematics. I mentioned Mathematics.
You mentioned him too? Okay.
I mentioned Mathematics.
Yeah, I think you hit it up from all angles, but I don't think I heard you say Ayatollah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. No.
Yeah, he used to make some dope stuff. He made some dope stuff for GZA.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? On GZA's, I want to say it was GZA's second album.
Oh, okay.
I think he was the one that made that beat, the dun 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 dun, where GZA was in the diesel, the 18-wheeler.
Oh, okay.
With all the speakers.
Yeah.
I think he made that beat, if I remember correctly. So, but yeah, I wanted to make sure that Ayatollah was thrown in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's an awesome number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So hey, there y'all have it. That's a top 10. Greatest hip hop producers in our eyes.
Yep.
Dead or alive. You know what I mean? And most of those brothers are alive, but like I said, rest in peace to Jay Dilla.
Yep.
And because he's definitely up in hip hop heaven, looking down on us and seeing what we got coming next. So y'all got to make these brothers proud, man. They paved the way for us to be here.
Yeah.
For us to make music. Like they made it to where people would have to take hip hop serious because they were saying that hip hop was a fad that was going to fade out.
Right.
They were saying this when hip hop started. They were like, yeah, everybody's all into this stuff now, but it's kind of a silly art form and it's not gonna last. That's what people were saying. And now look where we at.
Yep.
Now, young folks, this should tell y'all something like, don't let nobody tell you what you can and can't do.
Exactly.
Hip hop itself, according to experts, shouldn't even be here right now. But what is it? It's the number one music genre on the planet Earth. Not America, but the planet Earth.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, and like I said, these brothers, they paved the way. And, we're here right now sitting down talking about hip hop because of, these awesome brothers, man, that made all this dope music.
Honorable mentions are Earl Sweatshirt, MF Doom, Salaam Remy, Derringer, High Tech.
There you go. Yeah. 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 Great honorable mentions. I was going to say, yeah, the people love that.
Yeah.
I was going to say Derringer.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like it's like a 1-2 punch with him and the Alchemist. You know what I'm saying? These are some of my these are some non-melanated brothers that's just banging. You know what I'm saying? But they are brothers nonetheless.
Doom and Salam Remy, yeah.
Yeah, man. Ooh, yeah. You said Doom?
Yeah, Doom.
Man, yes, sir.
Because he produced his own track.
He sure did. He sure did. He sure did, man. That was his. That was when it was solidified when MF Doom. Like everybody was like, okay, we're checking for this guy because that Hey is so dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, hey, you got anything else you want to tell the people, big bro?
No, just love who you with and love your fam and keep listening to the Furious Stiles Podcast. It's gonna be coming to you every month or so.
Yeah. We're gonna try to get these episodes because I got a bunch of episodes in the pipeline. So try to get one to everybody, every Monday morning to start their week off.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Midnight Mondays. Try to get it as early as possible on Monday, so it'll be available for even those of you who got to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning. You got something to listen to on the way to work.
Yep.
So the videos, y'all will hear this audio first on Monday mornings, and the videos will be available on YouTube on Wednesday evenings. And but if you're a patron, I gotta take care of my patrons. And if you're a patron, a level one patron, so that doesn't cost much at all. The video, if you go to patreon.com/furiousstiles, the video will be available on the same Monday morning that the audio is available. So y'all will get the video early. And and there's gonna be more perks coming too. So definitely look for that. And
gotta support. Get support if you like what you're hearing. You gotta give and help out.
Yeah. And we definitely appreciate it.
Excuse me for interrupting.
Oh no, you good. And like I said, we got the dope Furious Stiles
shirts,
t-shirts, and we got other colors. I think we got the navy blue here. We got gray, ash gray. We got black, we got white, and this particular shirt, and this hat. Y'all get a good look on that. That's the FS emblem, or the FS symbol. I got y'all have seen me multiple times on the podcast with different hats. I got a black one. I got a camouflage one with the FS on it, and I got this one right here. This is kind of like this is a two-tone. Blue and red one with the FS on it, and and a lot more. Just go to furiousstylesclothing.com and see what's up with that. So hey, I want to say thank you to those who are listening. We appreciate y'all's support. We appreciate you paying attention to what we got going, and we're gonna keep it moving. Keep listening, keep tuning in, keep watching us on YouTube, and we're gonna keep doing this thing. This is fun. I have fun with this. I love kicking it with my brother.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I love talking hip hop. We talk it anyway.
Yeah.
So hey, let's get on some cameras and make some videos and entertain the people out here on what the things that we talk about.
Exactly.
Have a good time.
Yep.
So hey, I just want to shout everybody out there, man. That's supporting us. The patrons, the people who are following me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I appreciate you all paying attention and supporting what I do. So I want to say salute to y'all, and we out.
Keep giving you those good projects and good topics.
Yeah. Hey, peace, y'all.
Peace.